what are the documents required for the application?
Initially, we just need academics, passport, and English proficiency. We don't have any application charge for placing an application with us.
And what is the minimum academic grade student need to have to apply?
We are currently going really easy with Nepalese students.
What about GRE and GMAT requirement for masters?
He or she doesn't need any as English proficiency test. I don't think so UKVI has an issue with this thing, as lots of big brands has collaboration with us.
University Unplugged. University Unplugged. University Unplugged.
Today is our first episode and we have welcomed our guest Miss Sadia Afrin Prova from Coventry University. So welcome to my video, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
So Coventry University is founded in 1843 in United Kingdom. Its ranking is 531 in QS World Ranking 2025. So shall we start the question?
Yes, sure.
So at first, is it public or a private university?
So we are a public research-based university where we do have foundation to PhD program altogether.
Okay. And what are the documents required for the application?
So documents depend on which level of the students is applying. If it's undergrad, then definitely passport, students' English proficiency test, if needed, and academic transcript, certificates, statement of purpose, why student wants to study with us, then LOR, which is letter of recommendations. So these are the basic documents we ask for. And if it's a PG student, then we ask for extra bachelor's degree certificates and transcripts. Apart from that, if our admission team finds any documents to be needed, then we ask for more documents from the student itself. Initially, we just need academics, passport, and English proficiency test with a statement of purpose.
And is there any kind of application charge?
No. So we don't have any application charge for placing an application with us.
And what is the minimum academic grade student need to have to apply for UG and PG both?
For Nepalese students, the minimum academic grades depends. So we do have many campuses. In the UK we do have 6 and in Poland we do have 1. In different campuses we do have different requirements altogether. So for undergrad in our Coventry campuses we do ask for 65%, and in our CUG campuses we do ask for 60%. So it depends on which campus the student is going. And for masters, if it's a Nepalese student, then we ask for 65% in the bachelor's degree if it's 3 years degree, and if it's 4 years degree then it's 55%. Again, percentages are depending on the course, which course student is applying for.
What about in terms of GPA? Like Nepal has out of 4 GPA, so 2.5?
Yes, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 depending on which institution a student is completing the degree from. So it's thoroughly depending on our student which course choosing or not, because suppose for engineering courses we do have higher requirements, for nursing we do have certain requirements, then for bachelors, MBAs we do have certain requirements. So it's all mentioned in our website, and we are currently going really easy with Nepalese students. The requirements are really flexible for the students, so you should check the website for more details regarding your every course you are looking for.
What about GRE and GMAT requirement for masters?
So we don't need any GRE or GMAT for our masters or MBA courses.
Okay. And what about English proficiency test like IELTS, TOEFL, PT?
So we accept IELTS, PT, TOEFL, all this English proficiency test. However, for Nepalese students, if the student has 12th grade English 60% or above, then he or she doesn't need any as English proficiency test with us. However, we are offering these things for our master's students as well. And if the master's students in his or her 12th grade achieved 65% or above in English, then he or she doesn't need IELTS proficiency or TOEFL, any other English proficiency with us. And if the student fails to, fulfill that waiver, we do have our own internal test as well, which we call Coventry University English test. So student can appear for that as well. It's an online based test and it's completely free for the students who are applying with us.
And if they have done IELTS, how much to cut for bachelor and master?
For bachelor, it's 6 with no band less than 5.5, and for masters, it's 6.5 with no band less than 5.5.
And do you accept Duolingo English test?
No, we don't. Overall in Coventry University doesn't accept Duolingo, but we accept ELLT and other documents. However, it's on decision basis. Since we are waiving a lot for Nepalese students, so we will request first going through that, and if not, then our internal test and IELTS. That's the preferable English test.
Okay. So how many courses are available in your university for UG and PG both?
Yes, so it depends on the campuses students are going. We do have 2 campuses in Coventry, we do have 3 campuses in London, we do have 1 campus in Scarborough and 1 in Poland. So whichever campus students are going, depending on that pattern or that accommodations availability. So if I talk about Coventry University main campus and Coventry University London campus, where we are offering masters and UG both courses, so we can accommodate 200 plus undergrad programs and 150 plus master's program over the year. Similarly, in our CUG campuses, we do have around 12 to 14 courses in every campuses, and these are the bachelor's programs courses we are offering.
And what about the foundation program, pre-masters and research program? Are they available?
Yes, those are available, and in Coventry University we tell them it's a Coventry University International Pathway Program. So it's in short IPP. In IPP we do have 3 sectors. One is foundation, one is international year 1, and one is pre-masters. So in our CUG campuses, which I was saying, Coventry University group campuses, every campuses we do have such foundation, pre-masters and international year 1 programs running on. However, whichever campus a student choose, the progression course should be at that same campus. That's what we prefer.
So what is the difference between foundation and a year 1 program?
So foundation has lesser requirements. So foundation courses are basically for those students who has lower IELTS scores starting from 4.5 to 5.5, because the bachelor's requirement is 6 with no band less than 5.5. So whoever has UKVI 4.5 to 5.5 and not directly qualifying for the bachelor's, or has a bit of low percentage which we are asking for, then they can go for foundation. And international year 1 is whoever has 5.5 with no band less than 5.5 in bachelor's level, they go for international year 1 with maybe a bit of less percentage in their academics. So these are basically based on the English course, English level, which again it's not that much needed in Nepalese, whichever wherever we are offering. So it's not much needed currently.
So does that mean any student who is doing foundation in your university, they will be having 4-year course, right? 1 year foundation and 3 year bachelor?
Yes, so student will appear for foundation. So foundations we do have weekly wise, like 28 weeks to 36 weeks, whichever category student falls in. Someone has maybe 5.5 with no band less than a 5, then they need less classes with us. So yes, these foundations are with the progression course of the bachelor's. So if the student is taking 3 years bachelor's with foundation, it will be 4 years. And we do have placement years available. So if students are taking 4-year sandwich program, then it will be foundation plus 4 years for a foundation program, which would be 4+ years, like 5 years or less than 5 years.
And what about international year? If they took international year 1, then that will be of 3 year only?
Yes, so international year 1 is similarly like bachelor's first year, so it will be 3 years, or with the placement year it will be 4 years, that's it.
So what is the difference between normal bachelor and student taking a placement year? Because there are many confusion regarding this. So
yeah, so if I look through our bachelor's program or master's program, we don't have internship. However, we do have research program in master's level, we do have project work in undergrad level. Each year student needs to do 30 credits to complete their project, which is given by the faculty members or the department. However, the sandwich program, which we call, is the placement year included, because study and placement in between together, that's why it's called sandwich program. So for a bachelor's student, it's first 2 years study, third year they go for this placement year, where university staffs help them to find the job, like who are the company is affiliated with us, maybe which are the better possibilities for these students, where to apply. We do have our career team, which is talent team in each of the campuses, from whom a student can seek help, how to design the resumes, where to drop the resumes, and which company would be better for their career path. Such suggestion would be given by our talent team, and as well as they will be assigned with a faculty member. That faculty member will approve if the student is coming with a job letter, that this is what I got recently, and I interviewed for many role, maybe this is what I got. So once faculty approved, the student starts doing the full-time work for 1 year, and as well as update the faculty members what is the findings, how a student is doing, and at end of the year a student gets a grade for that. And in the fourth year, student complete again the modules, the study projects, and then complete the degree. Similarly, for the PG students, first year they study, second year from 4 months to 12 months, depending on which progressions or professional degree they are taking, they can work and submit the report to the faculty member and take the 2 years master's degree. So this is how the placement year happen.
Does that mean student have to pay extra for the placement year?
Yes, the placement year cost is 4,000 initially for undergrad and postgrad both, for all of our campuses. So that's the charge.
And like if any student went for a normal bachelor degree without placement and they went to UK, can they change into placement, or they have to confirm here?
No, confirm from here. As per UKVI rules, the student needs to get the visa, caste number, everything details from here. So once they are in the UK, they can't change it. So student needs to be very sure and decide what they want to do, if they want placement here or not. From my experience, I would say after reaching there, they realize that how important placement here is. So better they take the decision from here and then apply accordingly.
Okay. And how much gap is accepted in Coventry University?
So that depend on the our partners or the people who are recruiting for us. We trust them, and we trust that students' gap would be valid and justifiable. So student needs to justify these words, that why he or she was out of study or working. So for undergrad students, we are not preferring more than 3 to 4 years gap. Again, if the 3 to 4 years is with a reason, then it's fine. So we don't have any gap policy honestly for undergrad or postgrad students. However, we hope that there is no gap, and if there is gap, student justify it with the documents and statement of purpose. If admission thinks it's a perfect, it's honest, then we will issue the office.
So like there are few cases I have heard, if a student has finished his class 10 year back, and he has been working after class 10 for a few years. Now he finishes his high school class 11 12. So can he apply, as he has a gap justification between class 10 and 12, the time he was working?
It's fine. There should be a reason a student was working, and there should be a justification in the statement of purpose as well. Some could be sick, some could be married, or some other reason could be there, unfortunate thing in the family. So it's fine with us as long as student is genuine and a student is seriously wanting to study with us. So yes, we want those proof that we are getting the student who will complete the study with us.
What about visa, from the point of visa?
I don't think so UKVI has an issue with this thing, as long as universities are accepting these things and as long as students are justifying these things. UKVI goes by the same rules, that we want the genuine students. So if genuinity is there, definitely I don't think so. Again, I'm nobody to talk about UKVI. So yes.
What are the intakes available?
So we do have few campuses, as I mentioned, running in Coventry University group. So our Coventry University main campus and Coventry University London campus goes by the semester-wise system, which is January, May and September, and we do have our Coventry University group campuses where we follow block study method. So we know that in block study method there are very short intakes, like condensed study is there. So it would be like January, March, April, June, September, November, 6 intakes running. Intakes are 1 month and 2 months. So that's how the study goes on those campuses. So every other time we do have an intake.
Okay. What is the difference between Coventry University, CU London and Coventry University group?
This is a confusion thing, I know this thing. So it's, if I think about a hierarchy, it's Coventry University group. Under Coventry University group, we do have two kind of university system have there. So one is Coventry University main campus, Coventry University London campus, and another is Coventry University group campuses, which we call CU London, CU Scarborough, CU Coventry. So it's end of the day, students are getting the certificate of Coventry University. There is no difference. It's just we do have different pattern for international students, local students, and different study method for adapting the today's world's time and course efficiency and all. So it's nothing but just different campuses of ours of different titles where we maintain different kind of studies.
So will different campus have different kind of facility, course?
No, similar kind of facilities. Course, yes, we do have kind of unique courses in each campuses and similar courses as well. So we do have many courses in our main campus because it's the first one. We can accommodate more students there. However, in our CU group campuses, we do have very innovative courses which modern generation students are looking for. Like we do have law and practice. Someone might not like to do LLB, professional degrees. So we do have law and practice there. Then someone might not interested in BBA, which are the traditional course we are offering in our main campus. Then we do have business management and leadership in our CUG campuses. So this depends actually. We are the faculty members, they collaborate and they decide which campus will have which courses demands are there in the today's world. That's how it's designed.
And any students, can students change their college in UK?
No, university changing is not accepted.
I mean to say between Coventry University with different campuses.
No, that's not accepted as well. So if a student going for on location, a campus, then they should continue on that only. We don't accept campus change, course change or any changes after a student receive the visa or CAS letter from us. So once a student are enrolled, there is no changes available.
Okay. And if suppose some student is applying to university, how long will it take to get offer letter?
So it depends again. Suppose we are running a November 24 intake currently, we are taking the application. So our admission is working day and night to issue the offers, maybe in 2 working days, 3 working days. Sometimes students are getting offers in 24 hours. It's depending on the time period. Suppose if it's not the weekend, then admission is issuing the offer as soon as possible, right? And the January offer, it's taking 7 working days because it's the next intakes available. Then we do have March intake. So that offer would come in 15 working days because we are currently working in the recent intake. So the recent intake offers always get released faster. But yes, if you are applying for next upcoming intake, then it might take time, but not more than 15 days.
So, like, can you tell me in a basic words so that my viewers can understand? Like, what are the steps student have to follow? Like, at first they have to submit all the document. They're gonna get the offer, right? After that, they have to pay partial tuition fee, and if there is any other kind of condition they have to meet, they should fulfill. Then they should do a medical.
Yeah.
And then.
So the steps for Nepalese students are, we know that you need government permissions, authorizations, and that's why Coventry University is always sensitive towards the students, understand the students' need, and we remove the requirements for pre-tuition deposit as well before the credibility interview. So the first stage for the student would be applying with us Once a student receives the offer letter, they should go by the offer letter's conditions and everything, because refund conditions to, you know, what documents is needed, everything is in the offer letter, and offer letter should be the Bible of the students. So they should thoroughly go through this, and once they know what are the needs, if they think that they are going with Coventry University only, then they need to accept the offer. Once they accept the offer, then they will be issued a cash shilling, which is a third party. They maintain the cash journey with the students, you know, life period with different universities. So for us, they work, and yes, student needs to log into there will be credibility interview link there. Student needs to do the credibility interview 7 days or you know, 10 working days. This is the time period when we issues the credibility interviews results. Once a student receives the results, the student needs to deposit £8,000, which is our enrollment deposit or cash deposit. So after that, the student needs to submit the bank details, medical, and if any documents you know, is pending, student should go by that, and then request for the cash, and within 10 working days they can receive the cash letter.
Like, is there any kind of condition where student cash may get rejected?
If the student failed in the conditions, if students are failed in the financing documents, or the medical report came you know, positive, like not negative on the test, positive on the test, then definitely yes, the conditions of this needs to be made for CAS. Otherwise, once the student receives the offer letter, if there is any conditions like English conditions or documents conditions pending, which is mandatory obviously, then a student can get refused in the CAS letter, otherwise no.
And suppose if any student is applying through English waiver program, if they have got B on English, so they can get English waiver, right?
Yeah,
like EPT waiver. So do they have to give any kind of English test after reaching to UK?
No, 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 no. So if we are accepting the English requirements of the students, or we are taking an English proficiency test of the students, then afterwards student doesn't need anything. But however, if the faculty member finds students weak in the you know, English, they might ask for extra classes, or you know, student might ask help from the student success coach, which is there to support students' well-being. So they can take the supports from there as well. But there's no as such requirements for the WEFT student.
And what is the requirement for the scholarship?
So there is no requirement for our scholarship which we are giving. So currently for Coventry University main campus and London campus, we are giving 3,000 VC scholarship, which is for postgrad students 3,000 together, and for undergrad students 1,000 each year. And we are offering at the same time 2,000 early bird tuition deposit. So it has a deadline each intake. We are offering this till May 25. So if a student did the deposit of 8,000 before the deadline, then student can call up both of the you know, scholarships. So for the undergrad students, it will be first year 3,000, second year 1,000, and third year 1,000. And for the postgrad students, 5,000 together, because it's 1 year course. And we do have CUEG campuses where we are offering high scholarship like 12,000. So it's first year 5,000, second year 4,000, third year 3,000, and this is how we divide it. There is no condition you know, for this scholarship. However, if a student is looking for higher scholarship, then there is obviously a government scholarship there, Chevening scholarship there, British Council scholarship there. Student can opt for those. Coventry University, being the public research based university, allows those things.
So does student need to apply other kind of scholarship before getting offer letter, or after offer letter also they can get they can apply the scholarship?
So they don't need to apply any scholarship with us. If the university, like we are giving it, like the 12,000 or 5,000 I mentioned, we are giving it to every student who are getting conditional offer letter from us. But if a student is opting for government scholarship, Chevening scholarship, then they need to apply through their website, not our website. Okay. And so once they get the scholarship, it will be added in our portal.
And will the scholarship will be mentioned on offer letter, or it will be mentioned?
No, we don't mention offer letter scholarship amount, because it's given by the university, and we do give this scholarship intake wise. So suppose we are giving something till May 25 and we are not giving the same in September 25. So if a student defer the offer letter and say that I want the same scholarship, it's not going to happen, right? It doesn't make a sense. That's why we never mention the scholarship amount in the offer letter, but it's been deducted always in the CAS letter.
Okay. And will that scholarship be continued on a second year, as you told that in second year also they will be getting scholarship? So is there any
Yes.
kind of condition?
No. Just in CAS letter, it will be mentioned the first year tuition fees and the deducted amount. So in second year, they need to go to their registers or administration office to tell about the scholarship amounts. It's automatically added on their profile. So whenever they're doing their tuition deposits, they can go and ask the concerned person in the campus. Each campus has that person, and they can collect it.
Okay. And in what condition does UKVI take the interview? Like there have been few cases where UKVI does take an interview for a student. So is there any kind of condition because of which they take the interview, or it's just a random?
I think it's random. So I'm not a UKVI person because it's thoroughly UKVI's decisions, and it's not targeting the universities or students. It's just they are randomly taking interviews to maybe scrutinize the student quality, and maybe they check the student profile. They thought that the students need to go through the interview procedures. That's they are taking the interview maybe for better quality students, that like the way university recruit and see the documents and everything.
And if suppose if visa got rejected, unfortunately if visa got rejected, how much will be deducted from the fees while having a refund?
So if the visa got rejected with the reason that student is fraud, the student submitted some fraudulent documents or some other things the student didn't mention, suppose student has visa rejection which student didn't mention with the university or the visa office, and they found out these things. So such reasons, then we don't refund at all. But if the reason is like a student is not eligible to get the visa or generic reasons, then we refund the whole amount, and it takes 8 to 12 weeks as mentioned in the offer letter.
Okay, 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And what about accommodation facility for a student, international student?
So we do have accommodation facilities in all the campuses, and it's been given in the website as well, so student can check the accommodation facilities. It's not dorm or hostel kind of facilities, it's a studio apartment kind of facilities where a student can get a proper living standard as well, with a study desk and the kitchen, washroom, these facilities. So a student can check our website for accommodation, the rooms, pictures, everything is there. They can email our accommodation team as well to find out more.
And can students stay outside the hostel also if they want?
Yes, it's not mandatory to stay with us, wherever a student feels comfortable. However, if students are taking our accommodation facilities, after application they should apply for that, not wait until the visa, because it gets filled up and the process takes time.
And is there any kind of age restriction to apply to your university?
No, there is not, as long as student is justifiable.
What about underage student, like under 18?
So there are few conditions of UKVI for under 18 students. Student needs to follow that. We as a university doesn't have exact different rules and regulations. UKVI's rules should be followed there.
And during a class you need to show your bank balance or a loan.
Yeah.
So how do students calculate that? How much amount they need to show?
So in your CAS journey, CAS shell journey, if you see, once a student log in there, they will see 30 to 40% student journey has been completed out of 100, because they already submitted their academics and all and got the CAS shell, right? And after when the student go through the credibility interview, the journey of CAS shell is 60 to 70%, because student completed half of the way.
Okay.
After that, the finance documents and everything they submit and complete the 100%. And in this journey, there would be mentioned, with a list and everything, what are the needed documents for CAS, what are the amount we are looking for. So everything is mentioned there. So it's not a fixed amount that I can say, because it depends on the student tuition fees as well. So generically, when we say it's students tuition fees and living cost together, so the student can deduct maybe the scholarship amount or the the tuition deposit amount, and rest of the amount what it comes in living cost and the rest of the tuition fees for the year. Student can count that pound and keep that in Nepali rupees at their bank or ask for that loan from the government.
And the loans will be education loan, right? No
Yeah.
other loan, just education loan.
Yeah, education loan should be there only.
And if the student wants to show their fund in their bank account, like a saving, how long statements will they provide to you?
So as per UKVI rules, not only the student visas, as well as for the other visas, it should be 28 days. So basically what we say that it should be 1 month.
Okay. And what about a job opportunity after finishing a degree from a Coventry University?
So Coventry is basically famous for its reputation about employability rate. So we do have 97% of employability rate, and we do have collaboration with big brands like BMW, Jaguar, Tesla, DHL, Pfizer. So if you search in our website, you will see lots of big brands has collaboration with us, giving opportunities to our students. So these are the things a student can count on. And apart from that, we do have our talent team, as I was mentioning, so they can seek help from our talent team. So Coventry University in general focus on building up a student's career. So in every stage of our courses, be it being accredited for every course, be it the faculty members, our teaching is currently QS 5-star. So all this small thing we are offering to these students, which leads students to a better career path.
What are the things students need to focus while applying to UK? What do you think? What do you suggest students? Like they should focus on not just for academic,
Yeah.
like driving skills or some other kind of skills to survive in UK very easily. So what are the skills students need to focus?
So driving skills is definitely needed if a student is planning in future buying a car or having a car. However, I think UK transportation system is tremendous. So they do have their trend line buses going one city from another city, one country from another country, because there are 4 countries there, right? So student doesn't need a personal car that much. They can travel by bus and the train itself. However, there are so many salons, restaurants, and shopping malls, outlets of shoppings. These are the part-time workers facilities currently available in the UK. So student can look for that, but being in the country and trying to flourish in the other extracurriculum activities as well, student can learn something about maybe haircut, fashion, or maybe cooking, barista. Such work a student can learn. And if suppose a student is going for computer science degrees, they can learn something about the technology. If a business student is going there, then they should do small courses, certificate courses from here about business, learn about the business things. So these are the small things they can do for their future. Apart from that, I think Coventry University is there to guide the all students.
Normally in a week, how many days does a student have to study in a university? Like is there
It depends on campus wise as well. So from 2 to 5 days, depending on which campus students are going, which courses are taking, the class durations are there.
Like bachelor, is it a 120 credit hour they need to study? To complete a bachelor is 120 credit hour needed?
Yes, again, the credits depends on the course. Engineering courses has more credits. Bachelor's courses or arts courses has low credit. Then again, depend on if it's a creative arts programs or humanities program, then credits are higher. Like architecture credits are higher. So that depends on which course the student are choosing. In general, for CUG campus credits, the credits are fixed because it's a module system. 4 modules in a year, your student needs to complete.
Okay. And what is there any kind of myth in the market that you think which is not true?
I haven't heard much in Nepal. Actually, I have been in Kathmandu a few times, but there's a thing I heard, so I can mention it about myth, that our campuses are small, maybe in London. So it's not the case. Our campuses are well and equipped enough for that location or that courses. So if students wants to visit our main campus, has the campus facilities, they can go there. Otherwise, we do have quite equipped campuses. Our Dagenham campus is really beautiful. Movie shoots happens there, so a student can study there. For master's student, we do have Liverpool Street campus, Coventry University London campus. It's also in very high street with well-equipped educational facilities. So yes, that is the one thing I heard.
And how many hours can in a week a student can work as a part-time?
It's 20 hours per week as per the standard government rules.
And during a vacation, is there any increase in hour or the
Yes,
same?
during the vacation they can work as a full-time employee, which is 40 hours per week.
Okay. And suppose if any student went for an undergrad degree, he finished his or hot 3-year degree over there, and he work over there for 2 years in their PSW, and can they again continue their masters?
Yes, they can, but however, in any international country, in their lifetime, if a lifetime of study life, I'm saying, not if they get PR and citizenship, that's different, but they can't take twice the PSW. So if the student is taking once the PSW, after masters the student can't. So if the student is willing to complete the study and then go for PSW, then they should complete the bachelor's, then masters, and then go for the PSW for 2 years.
So that means that a student can only apply PSW one time during the study in
Yeah,
student visa.
during the stay in the UK.
Okay. And what about PR opportunity for student in UK?
That's totally government thing, the opportunities and everything, and PR at any country depends on a student's caliber. So yes, if the student become an asset to the country, then obviously the country will offer the PR. So there is opportunities if the student is talented and become an asset and career oriented person. So it's not free in any country if they are not proving themselves.
Okay. So now we are at the end of our podcast. So is there anything you want to tell to our student?
We are getting really good response from the Nepalese market, and we are overwhelmed this response and love. However, we would request you to don't go for a rush, because we do have intakes in every 2 months. So take it a bit slow and research more and then apply, because visas might take a long time. So calculate your time and then apply. Nothing is running off. The university would be there. So if you think you can miss the visa deadlines in November intake, then go for January or March. We do have plenty of intakes available for the bachelor students as well as for the master's students. And yes, hope to see you guys at the campus.
So thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So I hope you got your very informative information from a ma'am. So please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. We'll come back with the next episode. Thank you everyone.